Hello everyone and welcome back to my last preview video of the week because I've done all the other leagues. Serie A is only remaining league that I haven't done a preview. Matchday 23 is going to be played this weekend and one game on Monday. Here are the standings. Napoli is leading the league with 15-point difference to Inter, so it looks quite clear that Napoli is going to win the league, but maybe Inter could do something, or Atalanta, Roma and Milan. Behind that I can't really see that anybody could jump to get Napoli or to try to get Napoli's championship away. Like Napoli is, Lazio is 20 points away from Napoli, and that seems highly unlikely that they could do anything for the title race at least. So, first game, speaking of the title race, Sassuolo plays against Napoli, the league leaders. Sassuolo hasn't done so well this year. This is the only game on Friday, local time, 15 minutes to 9. Sassuolo has scored 26 goals this season, whereas Napoli have scored 54, so it has been a great season for Napoli, and particularly offensively with Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia. They have been great for them, and Napoli next week have challenge to play against Eintracht Frankfurt, so that's gonna be an interesting game in the Champions League, but they have to focus this one first, and the game is probably scheduled to be on Friday because of the Champions League match. Then there are 3 games on Saturday. First one beginning 3 p.m. Sampdoria faces Bologna. Sampdoria, it's been a bad season for them. They're 19th, as you can see here, and they've only scored 10 goals, whereas Bologna have been quite good actually. 28 goals and 11th, I was correct, 11th in the standings. So Bologna's season has been quite good compared to Sampdoria, who are likely getting relegated after the season, but they're still after this 15 games to be played, so maybe something could happen to save them. Then all the different times are gonna be played. These matches are gonna be played on different times. Monza faces AC Milan. Milan scored 38 goals this season. Monza scored 10 less, 28. I would expect Milan to win this one, but they have had their struggles. So I'm not sure. Maybe Monza could pull off an upset. I believe Monza won not that far ago. They won Juventus with a couple of goals. So maybe Monza could beat Milan. That would be a surprise for me. But Monza has been a bright spot so far. They have done brilliantly so far into this season. Milan, obviously, they've just played Chelsea, or was it Chelsea? They played in the Champions League and won their game 1-0. I believe it was against Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken. But they won their recent game. But it's gonna be interesting how these teams. There are many teams who have competed in European competitions earlier this week, so does that affect somehow, or do teams that had rest take advantage there? It's gonna be interesting to see. And then 15 minutes to 9 again p.m. Inter faces Udinese. Inter scored 41 goals so far, whereas Udinese has scored 30 goals this season. I would expect Inter to beat Udinese, but it might be tougher than one might expect. Udinese has played so far this season. They have been played quite well so far this season. So I would expect them to give a challenge for Inter. And Inter obviously they've got European competitions in mind. Also, they're gonna play against Porto on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, in the Champions League. So let's see if they rest some players here just for the Champions League game. Then on Sunday, most of the games are gonna be played, 5 in total. Well, most, but yeah. 12:30, so quite early game. Atalanta faces Lecce. Atalanta has scored 41 goals this season, whereas Lecce has scored 22. I would expect Atalanta to beat Lecce, but you'll never know how these matches could go. Lecce obviously 13th, but Atalanta now, although tied with points with 2 other teams, but they're third, so Atalanta has played quite well and offensively as well with 41 goals, as I said. And then Fiorentina and Empoli play against each other. Fiorentina coming off from European Conference League game where they won 4-0 away from home against Braga, so that was quite impressive. Luka Jovic scoring a couple goals there. Empoli scored 21 goals this season. Fiorentina only scored 2 more, which is quite interesting because, as I said, they won 4-0 away from home against Braga in the Europa Conference League, so it's interesting that they have struggled so much in the Serie A, but maybe there are more defensive teams in the Serie A than, for example, Portuguese team like Braga. Then, same time, starting at 3 p.m, Salernitana faces Lazio. Lazio European Conference League game as well, so they've not had that much rest before this game. We'll see if Salernitana could take advantage of that. They've scored 25 goals this season, but yeah, they are 16th, so that's not that great for them. Lazio have had quite good games, but they are now down to 6th, and yeah, they've struggled in couple last games, if not taken, if that European Conference game is not taken to account, but yeah, other than that, they're doing okay in the Serie A so far, and yeah, 37 goals, that's quite good for them. And yeah, I would expect they have scored 12 more goals than Salernitana, so I would think that Lazio could beat Salernitana. Then Spezia and Juventus play against each other at 6 p.m. Spezia scored 19 goals so far this season, whereas Juventus 34 goals. Juventus, obviously, the point deduction is a big part of the season. Their hopes of European spots are really, well, not that great, but if they continue winning, that could be still possible. But Europa League game 1-1 against Nantes at home, that doesn't promise anything, but maybe Spezia only 17th, maybe Juventus could beat them. Then there's the latest game in the Sunday, played 15-9, 50 minutes to 9. Roma plays against Hellas Verona. Roma scored 29 goals so far this season, whereas Hellas Verona 20 goals. I would expect Roma to beat Hellas Verona, but also they have come when having played in the Europa League against RB Salzburg, and they lost 1-0 there, so maybe Hellas Verona could surprise Roma, but I would expect Roma want to make bounce back game after their loss against Salzburg. And then only one Monday game that's gonna be played, Torino against Cremonese, again 15 minutes before 9 or to 9. Torino 22 goals so far this season, so they haven't scored that many. Cremonese have scored even less, 15 goals, so this might be 0-0 game or 1-0 game, so there might be low scoring in that game, but overall I would probably say that maybe Inter Udinese could be the best game out of these, but Napoli's games this season have been quite entertaining, at least if you're a Napoli fan. But let me know your thoughts about this Matchday 23 games. Are you going to watch any, and who do you think will win? Hit the like and subscribe if you would like to see more football and Serie A content. and have a nice day.